Hey, this is Todd. I am a regular dude walking in the Word. I am so close to Klingman's Dome that I can hear the traffic getting there. Um, but what I wanted to talk about is on my way here this morning, I was praying, Lord, provide visibility today. That when I get up there, I can see out over, all the way to the dam on the other side, and all that. See the whole territory down there. Because like yesterday, I was talking to some guys. They came through yesterday, and they could see. They had good visibility just before they got there. But just before they got there, they saw a cloud cover coming in, and when they got up there, they couldn't see a thing. And it's not called the Smoky Mountains because people smoke here. It's because there's kind of that natural smoke fog over the mountains. I encourage you to pray for visibility in how God sees people. I started praying for that several years ago, that I would see people the way God sees them, and that changed the way I looked at people. Not being so negative with people, and having more compassion for people, and trying to see people the way God sees them, and that changes a whole lot. Okay. And so I encourage you today, may that be your prayer, that you would pray for visibility, not in your life necessarily, that'd be great, but visibility so that you would see people the way God sees them and have that same compassion and care for them. All right. Hey, thanks for watching. I'm just a regular dude walking in the Word. I look forward to seeing you next time.
Hey, this is Todd, and I wanted to continue our discussion with this episode entitled Pray for God's Visibility. That's what I've entitled it. But I'm encouraging you to be praying for this, that you would see people the way that God sees them. I picked out this one passage to go along with this today. It's taken from Mark chapter 2, verses 13 to 17. And in this passage, Mark talks about how Jesus picks Matthew because Jesus sees Matthew. Okay, that was the first step. You're going to see that here when we read that. The first step is Jesus saw Matthew, and it was like, what's going on there? He saw him and saw his heart. Okay, and saw, the challenges and stuff he had. He wasn't. A godly guy or anything, but Jesus picks him and sees him. That's the first step. So if we have that vision that God has towards others, if He allows us to see people the way He sees them, that changes a lot of stuff. Okay, and that's my prayer. It's a challenge. Okay, a lot of times we have our prejudices and the way we think, and judging those people before, and so we're filled with that judgment, really, and the prejudices that we have. But to go at it with the perspective of this is how God sees these people, and it changes everything. So let's read here today. This is taken from Mark chapter 2, and it's verses 13 to 17. It says this: Once again, Jesus went out beside the lake. A large crowd came to him, and he began to teach them. Okay, so he's teaching like he normally is. As he walked along, he saw, there it is, he saw Levi Levi, son of Alphaeus, sitting at the tax collector's booth. Follow me, Jesus told him, and Levi got up and followed him. Okay, so there's several steps that takes place, but the first thing is Jesus saw Levi. That's the thing. So, and he didn't allow the prejudices of the day to influence what he saw. He saw Jesus, and then Jesus calls him and says, follow me. And then Levi got up, not only got up and looked around, but then he got up and followed him. Okay, so all steps, but that first thing is to see. The way, and hopefully we can see that we're seeing things the way Jesus sees them. All right, verse 15. While Jesus was having dinner at Levi's house, many tax collectors and sinners were eating with him. and his disciples, for there were many who followed him. When the teachers of the law, who were Pharisees, saw him eating with the sinners and tax collectors, they asked his disciples, "Why does he eat with the tax collectors and sinners?" On hearing this, Jesus said to them, "It's not the healthy who need a doctor, but the sick. I have not come to call the righteous, but the sinners." When Jesus saw Matthew, he saw a sinner, and he saw that he was hanging around with sinners, and Jesus was there to reach those people. Okay, so it wasn't a big surprise when Matthew invites him to his house, and there's sinners all around. Okay, and naturally the Pharisees are upset about that. But again, this was not a big surprise for Jesus, because Jesus knew. Jesus saw what Matthew was like, and Jesus called him after seeing him. So my encouragement again for you is this: pray that God would give you the vision that he has towards other people. All right. Hey, thanks for watching. I'm a regular dude walking in the Word, and I look forward to seeing you on the next episode as we talk about the journey on the Appalachian Trail in the Smoky Mountains. Lord's blessing. I'll see you then.